Y'all, I figured I'd make a quick short little video here for you. Wanted to throw a couple things in. I've got a video coming out on this, but I figured I'd give you a little sneak peek of it. This is the CozyRC twin monohull. I don't know if this is a M500, 700, 950. I don't know. This is just something that he had made about a year ago and sent it to me. So I've been working on it. I got the nose all filled with foam and got it smoothed down. Looking pretty. But the reason for this video is a box. I've been waiting for packages for a while. So let's go ahead and open the box. Okay, here we go. Bonzi Sports, baby. All right. Fuel pump. Adapter. Don't know what that is. Possibly carburetor. Looks like we got motor mounts. We got a giant prop. Look at that joker. Oh my goodness. 2714 with the adapter. Hot dog. Man, look at that. That is sick. Okay. Bonzi brake-in oil. And a brand new engine. Hot dog. If you remember the last video I had made on the gas boat, I was talking about putting money into that motor, that engine, and I called Bonzi and he says, man, they're just Chinese knockoffs. So I figured rather than spending, I don't know, man, I would have been in that thing $220 by the time I got different seal kits and this, that, and the third to try to get it to run. And when I could buy this motor for $300 and it's brand new, you know? I don't need something spectacular. So I just wanted something that I could actually get support from a company and also support an American company, if that makes sense. You know, the motor, the engine that was in here, I don't know if it's bad or what, but I put rope down in the cylinder to try to get this off, and I swear I either bent the pin on the crankshaft. Somebody had commented and said that there was a period of time where they made a two-piece crankshaft and maybe that was pushed together, but I can just feel it. Something ain't right about it. And I don't, you know, to get into it, you got to take it apart, and then you got to buy all the seal kits and everything to put it back together. And who's to say that it's going to run right or wrong? Sometimes it's just better to start from scratch. So I didn't get the red top motor. I just felt like it wasn't no sense in it. Let's just get something that's functional, you know. I think these are $269, and then I think it was for $370 or something like that. You got a mounting plate, the collet, and all that, because I didn't know if the clutch would fit this. Based on the bolt pattern I'm seeing, it looks like the clutch right here is gonna fit. And that's kind of, you know, why I opted to go that route. So, hells to the yeah. I was supposed to have this thing literally 12 days ago, and it has been sitting at my post office since the 4th of July, and it is now the 16th of July. And I didn't get an email or nothing to say that. It says that it was delivered once I sent somebody to the post office to get it. It's totally my post office. Like, they're shitty. They open 30 minutes late. They close 30 minutes early. They shut down for lunchtime. You know, I leave for work. They're not open. I get home from work. They're already closed. So I could never get it right, you know. So I went online and pulled up my Bonzi account and then went through stamps.com with the tracking number, and it said it was sitting at my post office. So been frustrated and waiting, and it's just been sitting right up the road for a while. So I'm gonna stop using my home address just because shit just never makes it here. But this is so cool. I'm excited to go gas. I'm also excited to finish doing the electric build. But okay, well, I just wanted to kind of show this to you. Let me go ahead. I'm gonna open these parts up. Let's see what's in here. Oh, cool, carburetor. Sad thing is I may actually already have that carburetor over there. But if not, we got two of them. Do this. Alright, there's our collet. Nice! I needed some new rubbers. The rubbers on the other one are at least 6, 7 years old, so all the screws. Wow, that's freaking nice. Very lightweight aluminum. Stainless steel screws. Gnarly, gnarly, gnarly. And I don't know if we're going to use this as a water pump or a fuel pump. I'm not really 100% on that. I think it's sized for a water pump, but I don't really know. I don't really know. Because they have one in the boat right here. Even though this is your typical fuel pump for like a lawnmower, they use the pulse off the engine to suck water out of the rudder and push it through the engine. That's their way of force feeding water through it. But most of y'all gas folks already know that. But my question was, does the carburetor itself need a fuel pump? You know, I don't know. And is this piece right here, is this a fuel pump? You know, I don't know. Does that thing have a built-in little pump on the bottom? Is that a diaphragm that goes up and down with fuel? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Or should I go get another one of these and use this to pulse fuel? That's strictly how green I am when it comes to this stuff. I know nothing. I know nothing. Let's look at this prop. That thing is huge. So this is what Bonzi recommended, and then these were the ones that I purchased. And look at the difference in the size. You know, I thought I was going to have to run something like these, and then he's recommending something like that. That is a hoss. Like, oh my gosh. Look at that. Freaking gigantic. Which is super cool. Probably easier to balance something like this than it is my smaller props. But what I've got on the boat right now is this. And hell, that one looks bigger. Let's overlay that. Let's see if we can put it around backwards. That's about the same diameter, isn't it? Yep. I would say that's damn near close to the same blade. Just a 3-blade versus a 2-blade. That's cool, man. That's cool. Okay, let's get back to, I'm going to show you the other boat real quick. So I'm opting not to do any carbon fiber inlay on this. I know Cozy did. A lot of his stuff was inlaid, but I just want to keep it wood, you know. I think keeping it that way is going to keep it as light as possible. Even though it's a twin build, probably it's going to be super heavy anyways. But I just got back from work, and I had poured the nose with the closed-celled foam, and any of the over, I just cut it off, and it turned out beautifully, beautifully. But got the bottom all sanded, got a nice crisp seam in the middle, got the little water diverter edges here on the back. I'm not sure how well they're going to work, but we're going to see. I've got one on this side and one on this side. It's just a really clean looking build. Very happy with it. Very, very happy with it. Okay, all right. But I'm waiting for some stuff from AliExpress, and I'm going to see if I can wood burn that on the deck of the boat. We're going to have an I Am Groot boat. It's going to look cool, man. It's going to look so cool. I'm going to finish sanding this tonight to where I can get it to lay in there. Haven't figured out how I want to do this, if I want to wood burn it on there or just set it on there and trace it and then burn it out. I'm not 100%. I mean, I could just use the decal. Hell, the decal, I thought it was white, but it's black. So it may just look cool as is. But, all right, here's another thing I wanted to know. And y'all can post your comments and give me insight. I wanted to do some stain, and I thought about doing like some dark walnut stain because we're going to seal the bottom of the boat, right? So it's just strictly going to be wood. So I thought it would be really cool if we put flames, and if I could stencil the flames out and then use, I don't know, like a wood stain, and then and when I peel it off, it'll have a darker stain that will look like a flame. That's kind of what I was thinking. I'm not sure how well that would work. I was kind of thinking about it, and I'm wondering, is the stain and the image of the flame going to like absorb into the wood and not be a crisp line like paint would? But the reason I'm talking about doing it on the bottom, because it's just a stain. So you're not painting, so it shouldn't matter, you know. But either that, or we could do some sort of, I don't know, some pattern or something like that. Just spitballing ideas. I would love some insight on that. Or maybe just do a two-tone dark stain on the bottom and a lighter stain up top, and then seal the boat. Because I've already sealed the inside once with my high-end epoxy, and I kind of let it settle in the bottom to where we get strength out of that seam. The same in the back, a little bit here, a little bit here. But I still got to do a little bit more reinforcement at certain areas. But I had ran out of what do you want to call it, CA glue, and I had to order some more of that. Luckily that came yesterday, so I was able to get the boat to where it looks like now. So all right, enough of me talking about this. Look forward to the comments. Finally got the stuff in for my gas. It only took 26 freaking days, even though Bonzi was on point with their shipping. It was my damn postal service that was neglectful, and that just aggravated the shit out of me. I've got 2 boxes from Cletus McFarland and another box here. So okay, I'm gonna end it here. Thank y'all for watching. We'll see y'all later. Peace.